Hi guys, so today is kind of, obviously, well, it's not the same as what I usually do. It's a different type of video. I'm going to be doing I don't want to say like a story time because like that's not really like what I'm doing, but like I am telling a story, so I guess it is kind of a story time. That made no sense. Anyways, I usually do vlogs on this channel, but something happened. Sorry about my dog in the background. It's kind of loud, but it's good. I usually do vlogs on this channel, but come say hi, Georgie. Georgie. Ah! Woo! Say hi. Oh, she's over it. Anyway, so I usually do vlogs on this channel, but I just really wanted to tell a story time because I'm kind of just like really annoyed about it and like many aspects of everything that happened. So, okay, this is 100%, 1000% true. All my like friends know it's true. It happened. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted the disclaimer. So, yesterday I applied for jobs on care.com recently. I had a profile from a long time ago, and I will apply for jobs, and then I will, you just send your little like application that's already like preset, and then with that application, like when you send the application, if you get chosen, they'll respond, or if you don't, then they'll say like another applicant has been chosen. So on care.com, babysitting website, also for tutoring, I have a tutoring and a babysitting profile. I haven't gotten any jobs. I've had the profile up for a while, but I haven't really applied to jobs. And then like recently, I was trying to get a job, so I was like, okay, I'll just go in here and see if I can get some like little jobs. So I applied for a couple of different like babysitting jobs and tutoring jobs, and I would get a reply back from this girl. And it's also kind of harder to get a job on this website because I'm a teen, I'm 16, and most providers are over 18. You can be 16, but you're a teen provider, so like you don't look as like good compared to like the older people who have like degrees and all of this stuff. So it's like degrees in child development, like experience, years and years of paid experience. So I was like kind of like not expecting to get like maybe like one or two jobs. Like I was thinking tutoring maybe though, because that's more like, like chill, like for elementary and stuff, like that's not as hard. So it's like, okay, maybe I'll get a job. I didn't get any tutoring jobs, but yesterday I did get a message back from this person. We'll just call them, I don't want to like say any, it's just like a basic Bob. I don't know why Bob, but anyway, Bob messaged me and was like, I didn't even know like the jobs I applied for. Like I just kind of like, just go through them, and then, so I was like, oh, okay, like it's for, he was like, are you available tonight? Here, I'll read off the messages so none of this seems fake. So it goes like this. Sorry, okay. So my like profile is kind of just like, hi, I'm Caitlin, like I love babysitting kids, blah, blah, blah. I'll do anything that keeps you entertained. I used to do like daycare at my church. Like I would be like the leader of the daycare. And okay, I was just saying all this stuff. Like I watch my cousins, my siblings all the time, the neighborhood kids. Georgie, you keep getting in my video. And then he goes, hi, are you available tonight? Tonight. And I don't know if it's, the name, I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's a name that could be a girl or a guy name, in my opinion. So I was like, didn't know if it was like a mom or a dad, but I was like kind of thinking it was a dad. So I was like, okay, but the profile picture is the kid, so, I'm like, hi, I'm so sorry. I'm actually in Bakersfield for the day. I'm not coming back till tomorrow. My availability is usually very open. If you ever need me again, let me know. Spring break this week, blah, blah, blah. I can come in the mornings. Sorry again, but definitely let me know if you need me again. And I was just expecting it to be like, oh, okay, yeah, and then like maybe like, and this is like probably like assigned to most people kind of. I mean, I don't know if it's weird because it was a one-day babysitting job, so that's why it was kind of weird to me. If it was a nanny, maybe it wouldn't be the same thing, but instead of like, I said I wasn't available that night, so Bob goes, no thank you for responding. Would you be available tomorrow day, noon until 4 p.m.? I would really appreciate the help. I'm like, yes, that should work. Let me just check with my dad, because at the time I was in Bakersfield and I wanted to make sure I'd be back in time. I said, I'll get back to you soon. And then she said, okay, please let me know you'll be alone at my apartment with my son in address. Sends the address. I said, okay, I will check and let you know ASAP. He goes, Bob goes, thank you so much. We just moved into town and I have yet to find anyone to help. I said, of course. I checked with my dad, and then I checked with my dad, and he said I should be back by then. I said, I'm just giving you a heads up. My dad had an appointment at 8 a.m., so I had to make sure that he would have time to drop me off before, because like where I live in Bakersfield is just big distance, so like I didn't know if there'd be traffic, stuff like that, so I'd have to go before his appointment, which would be like really early. So I was like, to make sure, he's like, my dad's like, yeah, so I tell her, it shouldn't be a problem though, as long as there's not traffic. And she goes, no problem, so just to confirm, tomorrow at noon. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting so heated over this because he says, I think it's he, I don't really know, at this point I didn't know, but it's a he. Oh wait, okay, the profile is a he, like the profile is a guy, but I'll get into the story. So then they go, no problem, so just to confirm at noon. I'm like, yes, till 4 p.m., correct? Because initially, I don't know if I talked about this, I said noon until 4 p.m. So then she goes, just to confirm at noon, right? And I go, yeah, until 4 p.m., correct? And then I confirmed that I got hired, and then she goes, yes, only a few hours. I'm like, thumbs up emojis, and then she goes, I pay 10 an hour, which, okay, no shade, just no shade, no tea, but like, on my profile, I put $10 to $15 an hour, which I meant to put just 15, because, okay, honestly though, I'm not trying to be like, oh my god, like, I get $15 an hour, but like $10 an hour is like kind of cheap, like for watching a kid, especially toddler, who's like, they're very crazy, like watching a little baby, like, okay, you're just like not doing anything. Toddlers want to like go places, toddlers want to run around, toddlers want to eat a bunch of food, toddlers want to, you know, you have to keep them entertained. And he's a toddler, the boy. I'm like, I pay 10, then the girl says, I pay 10 an hour, but I might have to stay until 6 p.m. I won't know until tomorrow afternoon. So she's telling me that she pays 10 an hour, so I was like, okay, if it's 12 to 4, that's like $40. I'm like, I mean, that's fine, like, it's a little cheap, but I'm figuring like, oh, maybe they chose me because my profile says 10 to 15 and they don't have a big budget. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll be nice. And then also, I didn't know what they meant by like, I'll know by tomorrow afternoon, like, what does that mean? Like, I don't, like, they said I might have to stay on 6 p.m. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming in my mind, like, work, don't know. I say, okay, sounds great. Just let me know with thumbs up. She goes, great. I'm gonna get so heated. Great, thank you so much. When did you want to meet at the library first? Says it 4 times, or like 3. Anyway, noon. Or when you get into town, we could possibly drive you home too. Which, okay, that was kind of weird. Like, I know that, I don't know, at that point, I'm one of the people, like, hard to, like, trust people, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. So, like, when she said we could possibly drive you home too, I was just kind of like, but okay. And then, I don't know if she's being nice, or he or she was being nice, but yeah. And then, I was like, they gave me the library address in case I wanted to meet there. And she goes, this is the library address, we can meet so your family and yourself can feel comfortable. So I was like, okay, this seems pretty legit. Like, they wouldn't just like say this so that way like we could go meet there and then there'd be weirdos. Like, that's not really gonna happen. So I was like, my mom's gonna be at work, like that's not gonna work. Like, I'm in Bakersfield at this point and like we're not gonna, she's at work, like I can't do anything about it. Like, I was like, don't know what to do about that. Maybe we can like FaceTime or something. But she's like, sure, that'd be great. And then if you want, we can meet at the library first. I can meet you at the library first. If you want to meet me before I go to the apartment. But I was like, if not, we'll just go to the apartment and meet. And then we'll just meet, like, she'll just say like, okay, I will meet there, and then we'll just like FaceTime, whatever. And she's like, okay, that's good. My home is the first address. Thanks, hun. Call me, and then her number. Or I thought it was a guy at first, but we'll get into that in a minute. And then I was like, sounds good. Okay, and okay, I'll have my mom call you later today if that works. So they could just like talk and, you know, just like say hi, you know? I said she's at, then they said, you can call me now if that's okay. I just wanted to confirm. I said, okay, I can, but my mom isn't here. She's at work, but if you'd like to speak to me, that works. She goes, yes, I just want to speak to you at first. Please, if that's okay. So I was like, okay, I'll just call her. I call her and I'm literally telling you everything, like that is important, relevant to the story. So we just talk, and she confirms the time again, 12, like noon tomorrow, come, and then it might be 4 hours, it might be 6 hours, it might be like till 5, it might be till 6. So I was like, okay, that's fine, like that's a decent range, and I'll just stay until they get back. So I'm assuming like, okay, this will be fine, like blah blah blah. We just talk about, like, she's like, okay, I'm gonna go get snacks, like I'm gonna go like set up the Netflix, make sure I have everything ready so like you guys can just stay at home, because it was raining today, so like we wouldn't really be able to go anywhere, so we're just gonna chill at home. And then she was like, yeah, like just telling me about the kid. It was a girl, by the way. That's like literally the whole point of this like thing, like kind of. But like she goes, I'm the girlfriend of Bob's. I'm the girlfriend of Bob. Bob has the account. I manage the account for him because he doesn't know how to use it or something. So I thought that was kind of weird too. I don't know if the kid was the girlfriend and Bob's son, or if it was I don't know if it was Bob and someone else's son, but it was definitely Bob's son. I don't know if it was the girl. I'm not gonna say her name. I'll just say Mary. I don't know if it was Mary and Bob's son, but it was Bob's son. That's all I know. And I had the impression that she lived there because she was like, I'm gonna go buy this stuff for you guys, like blah blah blah. Like I'll buy some snacks, I'll buy some like food for you guys to make, so when he gets hungry, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And she's like, I'm gonna go to a movie. I don't know, stuff like that. Like just asking me, telling me about him, asking me about my experience. I'm like, okay, I just tell her everything, like, you know, what I've done in my experience. I already told you guys, like the bio. So we confirm it. So like that's yesterday night, and I'm just like, okay, everything's good. I woke up at 4:45, and I literally went to bed at like 2. So I got like 2 hours and 45 minutes of sleep. So I was already like not in a good mood. And so I woke up that early just so I could go all the way here before my dad's appointment, because if my dad's appointment ran over, then I wouldn't be able to come. And I'm a responsible person, you know, trying my best. So then, yeah, so then also the day before, I forgot to mention, on the phone, she's like, how do you want to do payment? And I was like, we could do like Venmo or just cash is easy. And she wants me to set up the care.com thing, and I'm like, because it's literally like you have to pay like a fee to like start it, and then like they take a percentage out. It's just kind of annoying. Like I'm not even getting paid that much anyway. Like I'm not trying to be annoying, but like $40 for 4 hours, like okay, that's fine, but like it's not a lot of money. Like if they take 20% of that, I'm literally like, it's already like $5 off or something. So I was like, can we just use Venmo or something? Like it's the same thing, like directly from your account. And then she was like, it'd be easier if we could just do the care.com thing. So I'm like, okay girl. So I spent like the whole last night like trying to like figure it out, because you know, like I don't know how to do it. And I go on the app and it keeps telling me you have to be 18, you have to be 18, or go set up on the website, So I go on the website, there's nowhere to set it up. So I'm like, I text her like really early in the morning, because after we got back home, I couldn't really go back to sleep, even though it was like 6 a.m. I couldn't go back to sleep. So I texted her and I was like, hi again. I think I figured out how to do the online payment, but it's telling me I have to request on my computer instead of the app since I'm under 18. This is what my impression, that's what I was under the impression of. I said, not sure why. She doesn't say anything. I text her on the number and I go, I'm on my way, like I'm in my Uber, like, yeah. So I'm telling her I'm on my way. I text the girl, this other thing, it's an apartment complex. They didn't give me an apartment number. So that was kind of weird, because it was like this entire like apartment complex. They did not give me a number, so I did not know where to go. I was expecting maybe like one of them to be outside, or I would just call them and like they would come out, you know? But no one was outside. So I go on, like I call her number. It's really odd, because when I call her, you hear a doo, like a, you know, almost like if someone like were to tap into your phone and you hear like that sound, like doo. That's like the sound that I heard every time I tried to call her. It was really weird. And then it wouldn't go doo, like you know how usually when you call someone it makes that noise, like I'll insert it, like I don't know how to explain it. But when you call someone, you hear like and then the time starts right when they like pick up the phone, like the time, you know? So like it'll say like 00, like 01, like how many seconds. So I call her and I just hear that doo, and then it answers, but then it's just dead silence. Like it's just like, I'm like, hello, hello, hello. No one answers. Hang up, call again. Same thing happens. Hang up, call again. I called like 3 times. I text that number. I say, hey, I'm here. Like, where are you? And then I text on like the care.com app. I'm like, hey, like I'm here. Like, can you come outside or like what? And as I'm standing outside, like, okay, I do not want to sound dramatic, but this area was not the best. Not the best. There's barbed wire everywhere. It's just creepy. I'm by myself, and I just like, yeah, I was under the impression that it wasn't like where I live. I thought it was gonna be like on the border of that, so I was like, oh, it's not that bad of an area. Like, no, like where I live isn't bad. So I was like thinking like, oh, like I was like, okay, it's not gonna be like dangerous or anything for me to be by myself. Like my mom knew where I was. Like she had my location on. I gave her the address to know where. Like my brother had my location. Everyone had like my location, so it was okay. I felt safe, but I got there and I was like, and my Uber driver, he was literally like when he dropped me off, he was like, I'm gonna wait for you here until like you get like inside, because like that's how like sketch it was. So I was like, thank you so much, because I was telling him that I was like doing a babysitting job, and he was like, yeah. So he was like waiting in the car, and he was nice enough to like wait there, but it was like 5 minutes, and I was just standing out there, and my Uber was waiting there in case I needed to ride back home, and I felt so bad. So I was like, I'm just gonna like say bye. Like I feel like, I don't know, I feel bad. So I was like, you know what, they'll probably come. Like the worst comes to worst, I order another Uber. So I say bye to the Uber, and he's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, okay, bye. And I'm waiting on this sketchy area like by myself. I'm kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have like stayed. And then, I don't know how to explain this either, but the apartment building was like, when you're facing it, the windows are like up here. And so they could like see out the windows, like the people that were in the front. So this one guy like kept opening his curtain. He would like look outside, and he would like start staring at me, and he started like laughing. He was like, ha 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 ha. Like I could hear him laughing because the screen was open, and he started laughing at me. He was like, ha 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 ha, like definitely on crack. And then yeah, so that was really fun. And he did that like 3 times, like kept opening and closing it. I thought he was gonna like come down and like, I don't know. I was terrified. So first of all, even if they were there, I was kind of like debating like, should I just like not go? But then I was like, you know, that's such a rude thing to do. Sorry guys, I had to take a quick break for a second. But anyway, also the lighting is kind of whack now because I'm using a flash, but that's okay. So where did I leave off? Oh yeah, so I go to this place and I'm terrified. This weirdo guy is like staring out his window, staring at me, like being all creepy. So I'm thinking like, even at this point, like even if they do show up or they do respond, should I stay? But then I'm like, I mean, should I like still do the job? And I was like, you know, like they purposely went out of their way and like kept contacting me and like verifying like I'm gonna stay, like, you know, like I'm not gonna be like that one annoying person that like makes a commitment and then like falls through. So I decided that I'm gonna stay at the job. But then, as I told you, I called them multiple times. I go, I'm here. I don't know if I've said this yet, but I say, hi, I'm here. I call them, same thing's happening, like the weird tapping thing, and then it's like, it says the call started, but no one's talking. I'm just kind of confused at this point, because yesterday when I called them, the first time I called, there's no tap, like there's no like doo, and it wasn't like silence. She answered, it had like the ringing tone. She answered the first time, so it was really odd that this was happening. And my mom also tried to contact her that morning, and it was the same thing that was happening to me. So there's just no contact of her, like nothing, just nothing. So at that point I'm just like, and then I don't even know Bob's info. I just know the girl, Mary. I just know her info, the girlfriend. So I'm like, great, like I'm just stuck here, and like there's a crackhead like just right there, like, you know, it's like, and so at that point I'm just kind of like, great, like I'm stuck in the middle of like this really bad area, and there's a weirdo crackhead guy right there, and like he could kill me, but I mean, I don't know. And so I'm just like standing there, and like I feel so like uneasy, and at this point I just don't know what to do. Like just like the barbed wire and everything, and just like all of the like just the weird vibes, and like the creepy guy, like them not responding, like the tapping of the like phone, like the call like fading out. I'm like freaking out. So, you know, I'm like, you know what? I text the girl and I say, so was this all a scam? Question mark, question mark. Because I'm like, what's happening? Like, I text her on the app. I'm like, on my text messages here. This is when it gets to the text messages, which I also have receipts. So, come at me. I said, after I said, just letting you know I'm on my way. That was the first text, and I already told you guys that when I was in the Uber. I said, I'm going to leave soon if no one comes, period. Because I'm not going to stay there. I got there at 11:50. They wanted me to come at noon, as I said, a bajillion times. And I was there at 10:50 till probably 12:15. I was standing out there for like a good 20, 25 minutes. No one was responding. It was just this weird guy that I thought was literally going to come down and like kill me. I don't even know if that was the guy that like the Bob guy or someone else, but like I felt so uncomfortable. And this crackhead also started playing like band music, like with his band equipment, like some drums and stuff, and I was like, I'm dipping. So then I like go across the street and I kind of just like freaking out because I'm like, this is just like so weird, and like there's just weird people passing by, and like I don't feel safe at all. And like I hate to be that one really annoying person that's like, oh my god, like, you know, like I feel so unsafe. But like it was actually like, not a good neighborhood. Like my Uber wouldn't have stayed there if it was like a good area. Like he stayed there because it was a creepy area, and I was by myself just with my purse, like with my bag that had money in it and stuff. Like I'm not trying to get robbed, I'm not trying to get like kidnapped. So I'm just like there, and yeah, so I kind of freaking out, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back home. Like I don't feel safe at all. I order my Uber, which I'm already kind of pissed about because I ordered the Lyft there, and that's already like, it was already like $6, which it's not that much. I'm getting paid to the job, like I'm still getting money, but then now I'm having to pay to go all the way back. And I'm like, my mom was supposed to pick me up because she was gonna be off work by then, but she was still in work, obviously, because she gets off at like 4. So I was like, she can't even pick me up, so I have to pay for my own ride back, which is like so annoying because like I literally just spent like wasted like $10 for not even getting any money, not doing anything. Like even if it was like she was paying me like $20, like at least I would have like that connection, so like maybe I could help babysit again. Nothing. So I call my brother, who's also tracking me on the app, and I'm like, can you just stay on the call with me? Like I'm really freaked out. And I go across the street because I'm just kind of creeped out, and I try to walk to this other house that seems like kind of nicer. But even the little like stores near the area, like there was one that was a little farther out. It was like a liquor store. It looked so sus. So I was like, honestly, I don't think anything's better. Like I might as well just stay here. Like I don't know what to do. So I ordered the Uber, and it's literally taking like forever. Like okay, there was an Uber like X and an Uber Pool, and I guess this is like a thing where if you order the Uber pool, it has to be like 5 minutes to see if anyone else is near you, so you could walk to like a closer, so there's like one pinpoint, which I didn't know at the time. And I was like, it was $5 and the other one was like 10, so I was like, I'm just gonna order the pool, like there's no one in the pool ever. So I ordered the pool because I'm like not trying to like, okay, this might sound so cheap, and like you're probably like, oh my god, you weren't even like scared then. But no, I was like really scared, but like at the same time, like the pool usually comes like, or the last time I guess I used Lyft so much I just didn't even know, but like I just went on Uber because I was freaking out. So I order it, and I just like just found the cheapest one, and I got it because I was like freaking out, and they usually take the same time, so I was just like, whatever, like I'm not trying to pay $16 for this trip. Like at least I can just pay 10, like at least it's like whatever, forget about it. So I paid for like the $5 for the Uber pool, and I apparently have to wait 5 minutes. So I was like waiting for 5 minutes before they even connect you to a driver. So I call my brother, and I'm just like on the phone with him, like freaking out. There's this weird old man who's literally like, I'm sorry, but he was not okay. Like he was on drugs, and it was scaring me because he was like having like a spasm walking down the road, and I was like, not today. So it was like not gonna happen. So I crossed the street like that way, but like he's still there, he's staring at me, and I'm just like, no. And then all these like creepy ass like trucks and stuff like passing me and just staring at me, and I'm just like this little like blonde girl, like I'm meant to be there, I'm sorry, that's like all the anyway. So I'm just like there, and I'm like waiting for my Uber. The 5 minutes goes by, I'm like kind of talking to my brother, I'm like freaking out. This old man's like walking so slow, but at the same time he's like having a spasm, so he's walking so slow, and so I'm just waiting there, and then finally the 5 minutes is up, and then I like connects me with the driver, literally 9 minutes away. And at that point, like that seems so dramatic, but like I've already been waiting 5 minutes. This is after like the 20 minutes I've already been waiting. I'm waiting 5 minutes, and then I'm waiting another like 9 minutes for the stupid Uber to come. So I'm just like kind of freaking out. I'm like, I don't like want to wait this long. I'm like kids against council, I don't care, like I'm just gonna order a Lyft. But then it's like $5 cancellation fee, and like something about like goes on your record of like, because you know now like the Ubers rate you, and it was like it's gonna be hard for you to get a ride, and I'm like, I take Uber and Lyft all the time, so I'm just like can't really like do that, and like I'm not trying to pay it, and then also like the fee, and then like another. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna like wait, like okay. So I'm waiting, finally the Uber comes. I literally like jump in the Uber. I'm like, thank you for saving me. Like I'm literally like, thank God. He's playing like worship music. I'm like, oh, praise Jesus. Like I'm out here, like just I want to go home. So I go home, and it's literally like a 12 12-minute ride. Like, it's kind of a long ride. Like, that's why I was saying it's kind of expensive to go there. That's why I was so upset about this whole situation. So now, after I finally get back home, I'm like, okay, this is all over. Like, I'm irritated, but there's nothing I can do about it. There's literally nothing I can do about it. Like, this girl obviously was scamming. This is obviously a scam. Like, I probably would have gotten kidnapped if I stayed there any longer. Luckily, I was kind of smart, and I was actually like having trust in people for once, and I was like, you know what, I'm usually paranoid about this stuff, but I'm gonna like go, you know? Mistake, big mistake. So, oh my God, I'm so annoyed at this situation. So when I get home, I'm like, oh, so this is all a scam, hello. I'm just so mad. So her number, it all goes down in the messages and on the phone number. Here's where it gets me. 1:29 p.m. So this is afternoon, like after the noon, the time that we planned. She goes, hello, it's Mary. And I'm like, which also, like, I don't remember this name that she says being the name that she said on the phone, which is also kind of whack to me. I was like, I didn't write it down, but in my head, I was like, this is not, I don't think this is the same person. So I was like, everything about this situation is just weird. She goes, we live just down the street from the library. I'm home. I'm like, thank you so much, Mary. Like, oh my God, like, thank you for letting me know, like, where near you live. Like, even though you already gave me your address, thanks for letting me know that you live across from the library, and thank you for letting me know that you're home. I'm so happy for you. Like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like really, like, okay, like, so nonchalant. Like, I'm texting her saying, like, I've been waiting, like I texted her saying, like, I'm gonna leave soon, like, hello, and I said, like, I left, like, I was waiting. And at this point, I was about to, like, explode at her, but then I was like, this is a scam, I don't wanna, like, have any contact with this person. But then after she goes, hello, it's Mary, and she goes, we live across from the library, I'm home. So nonchalant, like, I did not just Uber all the way over there in this like dangerous areas by myself, waiting there with these creepy like men, and then having to Uber all the way back, like all that money and all that time. I woke up at 4:50 because of this. Like, I didn't need to do that. I could have just gone to my appointment with my dad. Like, I would have rather done that. I could have got more sleep. I could have just chilled at the doctor's. Like, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But no, this girl has the audacity to act so nonchalant about this whole situation. And I just don't even say anything. I just don't even say, like, I'm just like, no. But then she decides to message me on the app again. And she goes, hello, question mark. I had to change hours actually from 5 p.m. until later. I don't think you do later hours because you're a teen. Let me know if you can still, question mark. I'm here now. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, just so chill, like so like she didn't just screw me over and scam me. I'm just like so speechless at this point. Like, I literally cannot, like, she acts so like oblivious to everything that just happened. And I'm like, I didn't even respond to her question because why? I never said it was available later. It would be a totally different story. I would be so much more understanding if she said like, oh, my schedule might change, I'll check with you later, like, I'll check with you before you come, like, don't come until I told you. She confirmed it. I literally will show you guys the receipt. 3 times she said noon, and she called me on the phone and said noon, like, twice. So it was noon, it's always been noon. She never said, the only thing she said that would change was the end time. So she said it could go from 4 to 6. So I was expecting it to be like 4, or like 5, or like 6 or something. But like, I was like, okay, I'm already gonna be there, like, I'll just wait till she gets there. It was always noon. So the fact that I like stayed there, like, I literally could have left right when I got there with my like first Uber. The fact that I literally woke up early, just so irritating. I don't even respond, like, I just ignore everything she says. I said, I wasted so much money on Uber, it's very upsetting. Literally like $12, but like still like kind of mad about it because like I literally like, the whole point of this was to make money, and I'm just like throwing money away and gaining terrible experiences. I went all the way there and had to come all the way back. I said you should have, this is like, I'm not being rude, like I'm stating the facts. You should have told me if it was gonna be later. So disrespectful. Like, I'm sorry, like I called you out. Like, I'm sorry you can't handle being called out. But just because you're an adult doesn't mean I can't call you disrespectful, because you were disrespectful of my time and my money. And so then she goes on to text me on my phone number, which I blocked her from, and then like I unblocked her. So I got the text like late. She goes, hey Caitlin, she also blocked me on the messenger app on the care.com website. So like at first I was already like, why did she block me and then try to contact me on my phone? It was kind of whack. So I was like, hey Caitlin, I'm so sorry. My phone is really broken. So I had a hard time getting back to you today. I realize your effort and I'm so sorry you have wasted your time. As I appreciate out for making the time, I couldn't get to you. Bad grammar. I'd like to reimburse you for your Uber ride. So at this point, I'm like already like really upset because she acted like it literally did not affect her until I literally called her out. And like you guys are probably like, oh my god, she's so nice for like wanting to pay you back. Like, okay, yeah, it was nice. Like at that time I was like, okay, yeah, like at least she's like trying to be like apologetic. But then at the same time I was just like so irritated with the whole situation. She goes, ugh, I'm so annoyed with this. Okay, she goes, had my phone been on, I'm sorry, it was dead. I could have driven you home either way. Please send me a receipt of your Uber. I'm glad to reimburse you, hun. She said hun to me like 3 times too. I was like, also a link to your Cash App or PayPal. So I was like, at that point I was like, okay, you know, I'll just be nice. I'm gonna say what I wanna say because she said what she has to say. I'm gonna say what I have to say and I'll give her my Venmo. She can Venmo me. This situation can be over. Like, okay, like I still wanna tell her like what I feel like because I'm annoyed. This was not even rude though. This was literal facts. I'm not even like, oh my god, like cussing her, like, I literally said, it's understandable, so I'm being nice. It's just the fact that you said multiple times noon and then you never got back to me. Made me think this whole thing was a scam. It wasn't cheap to go all the way to your apartment and I rushed back from my appointment just so I could be there in time. It's also hard to believe you are sorry when you blocked me on the care.com website. Because that's true, why would you block me on something and then apologize and act like you're actually like sorry for something? That doesn't make any sense. So then I attached my Venmo. You can Venmo me if you want. I said, here's my Venmo. I wasn't even rude. I was just very short because like I was not in the mood. Like she acted like it didn't like mean anything. She acted like it didn't affect her at all until I called her out and she was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. I'm like, here's my Venmo. It was $5 there and $6 back. I was very short, but I was not rude. That's not rude. She goes, okay. Your attitude is so poor and entitlement for reimbursement on a ride that I do not believe you took here. So I fake went over there. I didn't actually go over there, but then I texted you saying I was in a dangerous situation and I don't know where I am and I'm gonna leave. That makes so much sense. Why would she do this? And also, okay, my mom did text her on the thing because she was like, can you please repeat? My mom was very nice. She was like, I don't have those receipts, but they're on her phone. She goes, can you just please reimburse my daughter? Like that, like there was miscommunication apparently. Like, can you just reimburse her? It was very nice the way like she said it. It was nothing rude. And my mom just said like, I think you're gonna have to find someone else to sit for you. Like she didn't have a good experience. Like, can you just reimburse her? So it was very nice. It was not what this girl says. So she goes, your attitude is so poor and entitlement for a reimbursement on a ride I don't believe you took here. We could have worked through this, but you chose to have your mom continue to harass me. Okay, my mom texted her once saying, hey, just wanted to touch base because she told me to text, like for my mom to text her or call her and she didn't respond to like touch up. And she just like said, she didn't respond to my mom. She didn't respond to her text. Then my mom said, can you please like reimburse her? And then she sent like the text showing that it was always like noon. And then the girl didn't respond. That's not harassment. She literally texted her like 3 texts and it was just all facts. Ugh, so irritating. Okay. She goes, we could have worked through this, but you chose to have your mom continue to harass me after I kindly asked to help pay for the Uber. I know you asked to pay for it because you deserve to pay for it. I gave you my Venmo. Can we just stop talking? Oh my god. I would have happily paid you or hired you for tonight. I don't want to go to your house tonight. I don't want to go to your apartment ever. It's in a sketch area. Like, sorry sis, like that was over. Like, you're gonna have to find someone else. Anyway, for tonight, had you the patience, okay, she doesn't know how to write. I would have happily paid you or hired you for tonight had you the patience and, capital, and if you don't have patience to deal with me, not then, like 5 apples are more than 6 apples. Wait, that made no sense. 6 apples are more than 5 apples. I had to take another break because of my phone, literally, like, the flashlight died. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. Sorry for literally breaking this video up into bajillion pieces, but had to switch spots with the lighting. Okay. So I was talking about how she goes, and if you don't have the patience to deal with me, then you don't have any credibility to be anywhere near children. Take care. I hope you can one day have a car for jobs you apply for. It's not my responsibility to pay for your rent, especially since you cannot provide a receipt. First of all, I thought it was beyond rude that she even asked for a receipt, because I was like, I literally waited outside your apartment for 25 minutes and you're out here trying to like make it seem like it's my fault, trying to get me to send you the receipts. You should just automatically, like, out of your decency, send me the money. Like, we already agreed on this multiple times. Like, I don't understand, like, what the confusion is, what that is. Ugh, it's so irritating. And then she's like, you have nowhere near children. I'm like, I've literally had, like, I've been hired for babysitting jobs many, many times, like, not through care.com, but, like, just with literally people I know, like, neighbors and friends, and obviously watch my siblings all the time, but, like, that's for free. But then, like, through my church, like, I've been interviewed, like, I've had to do trainings. Like, I'm very good around children. Like, I know what I'm doing. And, oh my God, so she goes, I say, I'm just, like, irritated. Every single thing she said, like, made me want to, like, throw a rock at her face. And she goes something about, hope you have a car or something for the jobs you apply for. On the app, you can say whether you want them to provide their own transportation or not, or whether they, like, can use, like, Uber or something. Like, hers, it said, like, an X on, like, provides reliable transportation. So that means, like, using Uber or walking, or, like, once in a while being able to come. And on my bio, it says, like, X, like, I don't have a car, like I can only get there when I, like, have, like, a car at the time, but, like, my mom was at work. So I couldn't drive there. I had to take an Uber. Ugh, it's so irritating. Okay. And then this is when I respond very, very nicely, but I get no response because she knows that I'm right. Okay. My attitude is not bad, so I don't know where you were getting that from, because I never said anything rude at all. I'd never cussed or anything. And I will send you the receipt right now. I waited outside that sketchy area for a good 20 minutes by myself. I'm surprised I didn't get kidnapped, to be honest. There were creepy people walking all over. I never wanted to babysit tonight. We agreed on noon a good 3 times, and you never said that you were planning on changing that. So you can see how it's upsetting that I woke up at 4:50 a.m. just to come all the way from Bakersfield so I could go to my appointment and still be at your apartment in time. I'm sorry, but if you asked a sitter to come at 12 p.m. and then they proceeded to just not come, or even tell you that they weren't coming, I'm pretty sure you'd be upset too. It's the same situation. If I didn't come and I said I was going to be there, that's upsetting. If she's not there, and I literally went out of my way to go over there, that's upsetting to me. I sent her the Uber receipt, and then I sent her the Lyft receipt. And then I said, this is your address, correct? Because it says, like, going to that address. And she read, like, the thing, but I think she blocked me after I sent the receipts. And it goes, I'm, like, trying to be, like, the nicest person ever. I was never trying to be rude, but I clearly went out of my way to do this, and it seemed like you didn't even have the intention of at least telling me your schedule changed. If I if I woke up at 4:50 and I walked all the way over there, I would have still been, like, irritated if she texted me and then said, like, I can't, like, you're gonna have to come, like, another day or, like, later. I would have still been upset, but I would have not been mad. I would have been like, okay, like, at least she told me. Didn't tell me anything. Also, keep in mind, she could have gone on her computer on the care.com website to, like, tell me on the message thing, or she could have simply just gotten, like, my number and from her phone and just, like, called on a different phone, like a home phone or her boyfriend's phone. Like, there was other options. She clearly, like, was lying about her phone because she said it died and then she said it was broken, so she doesn't have, like, a clear story. And then my mom gets a hold of my phone because she blocked my mom on iMessage, and she blocked me on the message app. I think she blocked me on here too, but my message were actually going through, so maybe she didn't. Then my mom goes, this is my mom's name. I did not harass you. I was pointing out facts about the miscommunication on your behalf, which is true. I don't like you speaking to my daughter this way. You were clearly in the wrong, and you set up a time for my daughter to come and was not there. You cannot handle being called out, and now you are deflecting the blame on a teenage girl. Shameful. I don't appreciate you accusing of her lying and never taking an Uber. If you had a problem with this sitter not having a car, you shouldn't have offered the job. Do not contact my daughter or myself again. Thank you. And that's kind of like where it ends. But so yeah, my mom kind of called her out for it, and I don't even know if she saw that text, to be honest, because she blocked me on that everything. I reported her, I blocked her, I contacted care.com that she's a scam. Probably never gonna use care.com again because sorry, but not trying to get scammed. So I'll just stick to getting an actual job and then babysitting people I know, because apparently I can't trust anyone in the world because everyone is just a liar. And she literally seemed so nice over the phone. That's why I was also kind of confused. She seemed so nice, like actually so nice. And then when I like actually contacted her because she did something wrong, she literally was like the rudest person ever. So I was like, okay. Anyways, I just literally don't know how to respond because like I'm kind of like at the same time just like I'm just so irritated about it because I wasted my time and my money and my sleep time. And at the same time, like I'm just also irritated because like who does that? Like you literally called me and confirmed and like you talked about details and stuff, and then you don't go, and then you so nonchalantly, like literally as if they were just like, oh hi, yeah, I live across the library, even though she told me that like 8 times. I'm home now, just letting you know. You can come tonight maybe, if my schedule changed. Like, as if I didn't just go across the freaking city to go see her. Last thing, so also, okay, like, the fact that, like, she literally didn't care that and then also she made it seem like as if I had a car, that it wouldn't be upset. She was like, if you had a car, it wouldn't be a problem. Like, if you had a car, like, I'm like, if I had a car and I drove 12 minutes to your house using gas money, using my time, I would still be just as mad if I Ubered. So that's not, like, the issue here. The issue is you, because you don't know, like, how to manage your time, apparently. Also, I'm not, like, I'm not going out, like, she broke her phone, like, literally was working yesterday, and she acted like she had this, like, permanent problem with her phone. It literally answered. First, she said it broke, then she said it died. That's 2 different things. So, like, pick your story that you want. Like, if it died, say it died. If it broke, say it broke. Also, how does it die from literally 7 to, like, 12? Like, 7 a.m. to 12. Like, she didn't respond to any of my texts, like, in the morning or later. No, 1. She didn't respond until 1. And then she said her phone was broken. But how are you texting me if it's broken? Like, I know your grammar's bad. Like, don't blame it on your phone being broken. Like, ugh, it was so irritating. Like, if you're gonna, like, I'm not trying to be like, she actually broke her phone, and she was, like, a nice person, and she wasn't, like, so nonchalant about, like, if she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like, I didn't, like, realize, like, I'm gonna send you the money right away, like, without asking me for receipts, and she would have been like, oh my god, like, I can literally, like, meet up with you, and then we can, like, discuss, like, another time, like, for you to babysit. I would have been, like, totally fine with that. I'd have been like, okay, like, still kind of triggered about, like, the whole thing, but, like, I would have been, like, not rude at all. I wasn't even rude, though. Like, I wouldn't have been, like, as, like, you know, short with her. But, like, the fact that she acted like it didn't matter at all was just so irritating. Like, actually irritating. And then I literally just got in, like, a full-on argument with her because of the whole thing. Like, this grown-ass woman just getting an argument with her because she's so childish. And, like, if she didn't, oh my god, I just don't know how many times I have to say it, but, like, if she didn't be so, like, nonchalant about everything happening, like, she wasn't like, oh, like, so, like, oh, it didn't matter, like, so, like, careless about it, then it wouldn't have been mad. Like, I would have been, like, and she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, my phone broke, and it fell, or my phone shattered, or she didn't even get an explanation. She just said her phone broke, and then she said it died. So I'm not gonna take her excuse because, 1, she wasn't even sorry in the first place. She said, I'm so sorry once. She never said, like, it's just, like, so irritating because she, like, changes the story and then acts like it's literally my fault when I did nothing wrong. So yeah, this was the, Georgie, you want to be in the outro? I swear she loves me. George, come on. Come on. Look at the camera. anyway, done annoying my dog. But yeah, so that's the story of the time I literally almost got, I don't want to be dramatic, but probably almost got kidnapped, and I got scammed by care.com.